wote wananiambia msilale, msifunge hata na macho mpaka Kitonga Mkonji aweze kuachiliwa. Na sisi tuambie serikali, msifanye ati kushika Kitonga Mkonji ati ndio mtakuja kuintimidate sisi. Hapana. Sasa sisi ndio tutapata nguvu zaidi na ndio mnafanya hata sisi tukaweza kusikana kwa sababu ya shida masida hizi mnatupitishia sisi wanabiashara na watu.
Na riu reke tuigue mugambo wa ruhonge rwa ucirithania kuri mucirithania munene Martha Koome atetetie wagarari wa kihoto kia Akenya gutafania mirurungano na kwiyaria ta uria gatiba ya bururi yathirire. Oni kurumirira ciiko cia ica ikuhi kuria maabitha a borithi makoretwo magitharia mirurungano ya mbeu njithi na kuhuthira hinya mukiruku kuria magana ma mbeu njithi moragitwo na angi gutigwo makihonia nguraro.
You are coming in office at a time when our country and our democratic fabric have come under strain through waves of public protests. These moments have reminded us of the delicate balance that must be maintained between constitutional rights to peaceful assembly and protests and the imperative of people-centered professional policing. On one hand, members of the public must exercise their right to protest peacefully without carrying arms and without engaging in acts of destruction, looting, or vandalism of public infrastructure, such as government buildings, court infrastructure, and even private businesses. It's very painful for even a citizen to lose their property, which they have worked hard to put together. On the other hand, the police must respond with restraint, proportionality, and strict adherence to human rights standards, avoiding actions that could cause unnecessary harm or loss of life. It is also incumbent upon the police to distinguish between peaceful demonstrators and criminal elements, those who infiltrate protests to incite violence, and root and to apprehend and process such individuals through our justice system.
Kamiti ya guthingatithia urumwe na uiguano bururi-ini NCIC niendekithitie kugia na mĩario ya gwetha kihonia kia ndũgamano iria ikoretwo kuo bururi-ini gatagati ka muingi na thirikari niguo kuhonokia bururi kumana na ngũĩ na ũthũkangia wa indo iria ikoretwo igicũngĩrĩrio ni ndũgamano ĩno. Hĩndĩ ya gĩikaro na andĩki a mohoro, NCIC ningĩ nĩ ihithũrĩtie atĩ nĩ ĩrathuthuria mũigana wa atongoria 26 kumana na gũkorwo makĩhunjia mĩario ya ũcogeri, ngũĩ na rũmena bururi-ini. Reke tuthikĩrĩrie.
And rising incidents of violence witnessed during the nationwide demonstrations of the 25th of June and the 7th of July 2025. And yesterday the Sabasaba took place, and as it was previously on 25th of June, we witnessed the loss of life and the destruction of property. We are deeply saddened by the tragic loss of 11 lives and the injuries of very many who some of whom are in a hospital. And we know also there were injuries on law enforcement officers. A number of police people also were injured, some of them seriously and others not so seriously. Our heartfelt condolences go out to the families and the communities mourning the loss of their loved ones. In a democratic society like Kenya, no grievance, however genuine, should ever result in the loss of life or the destruction of livelihoods that citizens have worked so hard to build. we have noted that in many parts of the country, properties were broken into, looted, and a lot of destruction was caused. The unrest being experienced is a loud and painful signal of the growing discontent among our youth, commonly, of course, referred to as Gen Zs. Many young Kenyans feel excluded, unheard, and increasingly disillusioned. Their frustration stems from a combination of factors: the high youth unemployment, economic hardships, lack of trust in institutions, limited opportunities, and a perceived failure of leadership to address their needs and aspirations. These are not isolated sentiments. They are widespread and valid, and they must be urgently acknowledged and addressed. We are very much aware that the Gen Z is composed of many highly educated young Kenyans, many of whose families spent virtually everything they had in order for them to educate their young ones, with the expectation and hope that once they complete their education, they will then get jobs, and they will be the ones who would then cater for their parents and their siblings. And this is something that is very common in Kenya. Many families sell everything to send even one person to school to be educated. And when they are through education, even with the degrees, master's degrees, and some even doctorates, we know they have been looking for jobs which they cannot get. And hence, the depth of the disillusionment that they harbor is very evident in the country. Secondly, one would say that they feel that the society has not fulfilled their part of social contract, because the social contract shows that a generation, once it is through, they have become adults, then they are being to be catered for by society. When that does not happen, then there could even discontent with the society as a whole, and that's part of what we are seeing today. The transgenerational conversations, a brainchild of NCIC, was developed in response to the Commission's desire to bridge generational divides in Kenya. Recognizing the increasing discontent between age groups, the NCIC saw the urgent need to create a conducive environment where meaningful dialogue between generations could flourish. The Commission, therefore, envisioned
tuthie riboti-inĩ ĩngĩ ĩgiĩ mathako kũrĩa thukuru cia andũ kĩũmbe ciũrĩtie thirikari hamwe na ministry ya gĩthomo gwĩkĩrĩra ũthomithia wa arutani mathomo-inĩ ma mathako nĩguo gũtungatĩra arutwo rungu rwa mathomo ma CBE. Ene mathukuru hamwe na ũguo matarĩirie namba nini ya arutwo arĩa kana arutani arĩa makinyanĩire ikĩro cia mathomo maya, kũrĩa ningĩ mendekithĩtie waki wa kũrĩa mĩthako ĩyo ĩngĩkinyanĩrio nĩguo kũrigĩrĩria mĩhĩnga kũrĩ arutwo. Harũgamĩrĩri aya oho nĩ marĩtie hĩndĩ ya mĩhang'o ya mathako ĩrĩa ĩratabanĩirio thukuru-inĩ wa airĩtu wa Mang'u mwena wa Juja.
They are experts. They are not just a teacher, and therefore it means like they have to invest more. There is need for the government, there is need for the private sector to come up with more of these facilities. For the national government and the local authorities, we urge them to invest more in sports. From the very small children. If they do this coming upwards, basically we are going to create excellence in the country. This challenge affects the students in the sense that we have some of these activities that are not coordinated by the experts. And when they do not get the right thing from the beginning, at the end of the day, it is a challenge.
So one of our ways is to encourage the boys and girls, especially those who are in the sports pathway, so that when we see their talent, we encourage them to follow that. And we have, so any child who has a talent, we encourage them if they are able to choose other sports. And because we see those talents, we advise the parents and the teachers to encourage the children to follow their dreams.
For me, I feel like in our country specifically, we have a lot of talent, but which is hidden. A lot of people have not explored their talents, particularly in basketball, in which the people who have talents are being snatched by other countries. Thus, we lose our sporting activities here in Kenya. So I wish people could sponsor other people in Kenya from within Kenya so that we can improve our games in basketball.
Na riboti iyo tuharĩrĩirio nĩ mwandĩki witũ wa Mbũi wa Mwangi kuma kaunti ya Murang'a. Rĩu ndĩrenda tũthiĩ mwena ũngĩ kũrĩa ũtongoria wa kĩama kĩa Jubilee ũrĩ mũcemanio-inĩ na nĩ marĩ na ndũmĩrĩri. Reke tũthiĩ mwena ũcio tũigue nĩ marĩkũ matũharĩrĩirie.
We conclude with one statement. Mheshimiwa Maji.
Thank you. Let me take this opportunity first and foremost that say we have a country called Kenya and we want to preserve it. This country has taken time to make, and we cannot destroy it at this particular time because we expect our children to get a good country. Having said that, I witnessed a very major issue yesterday, Sabasaba demonstrations, of which I think this is not the right way to go as a country. If we have to make this country, we have to be a bit sober. What happened in Kajiado yesterday, especially Kiserian, Ongatarungai, and Gong, is that for a long time we had never had demonstrations at Kiserian. But yesterday, during the morning, there were some goons, I don't know from where, they were brought, and they started inciting other people on the ground. So initially, people from that area did not understand what is happening in this area. Those goons were the ones that were trying to push. And in the process, one of the person was shot. And that is how now everybody became involved in those skirmishes. Surprisingly enough is that that particular group is not known by the people from Kiserian and also from Gong. So I want to reiterate that we should not initially use excessive power to quell anything that is coming in these areas. It's better to understand them. We know there has been so many issues that are going on, but I want to plead with the current government. Let us not spoil. Let us not pray into what we can't stop in this country. This country is a good country, but if we go towards that direction, we are going to lose our country. Another thing that I want maybe to request from the government and those who are agitating for dialogues. We have talked a lot. Every time we have been having this dialogue, but the problem is the implementation. We don't implement what Kenyans are saying. Kwa hivyo mimi ningesema I know the SG will talk on behalf of the party. Hakuna haja ya kuzungumza every time. Hatutaki kuwa na another dialogue because we had it previously. What we need and what our young people are telling us is that we need to implement the constitution the way it is. As simple as that. Let us not deviate a bit. Let us not come together again to discuss any other documents. Let us work according to the book, to our constitution. We have a very good constitution in this country. Let us follow it to the letter. And if we do that, I think we are going to safeguard our country. Our generation, young generation, is saying we should not keep on meeting. And that's why every time they keep on reminding us, they are leaders, they don't want any discussion, they just want implementation of the constitution. What is hard in that? Mimi pengine ningechukua hii nafasi kama mzee, ni muombe our President Ruto. Hii kitu imekushinda. Hii inchi ni kama imekushinda. Na kama imekushinda, what you can do so that you can go home peacefully. Wewe sema pengine next time you will not present yourself. Maybe you rule your 2 years, then you go home peacefully. That way we are going to save our country. Lakini tukishindana na hawa watu, and you know there are many, we are not likely to win. So mimi ningekuomba kama mzee mwezako, wewe sema, ambia wa Kenya hutaki hii kiti the next 2 years. Ambia the opposition and other Kenyans, they prepare, they get another president after 2 years. That way I think you are going to save our country, if you love this country. Lakini hiyo ni kama sasa it is too strong for you. Mimi na kuomba wewe peana hii kiti.
Ucio nĩ uge wa kĩama kĩa Jubilee na gĩikaro kĩu no kĩrathiĩ na mbere. Riboti ĩno nĩ ũkĩmĩamũkĩra mohoro-inĩ maitũ marĩa mekũrũmĩrĩra. Nake speaker wa bunge ya kĩbũrũri Moses Masika Wetangula nĩ ũrĩtie ateti gwĩthema ũteti wa kũgayania Kenya na mĩthingi ya gĩkabira na matianĩrie mĩario ya rũmena ĩrĩa ĩgĩcokia bũrũri na thutha kũrĩa amorĩtie kũrongoreria tabarĩra cia ũthii wa na mbere. Oho mũingĩ nĩ ũrĩtio kũrutithania wĩra na honge cia ũgitĩri nĩguo gũkũrana harĩa marathararia thayũ wa mũingĩ, gũkũ mbeũ njĩthĩ na makĩria arĩa maikaraga mũhaka-inĩ makĩhinyĩrio gwĩtĩkĩra kuoya ibandĩ.
Lazima tuwe na nchi ambayo inasimama pamoja kwa kila hali. Hapo mbeleni mnakumbuka changamoto tumekuwa nayo hapa ya usalama. Ndugu zetu kutoka nchi jirani walikuwa wanaingia hapa, wanashika watalii, wanaenda nao bila kuungana na kusupport security forces yetu. Hawa vijana hatuwezi kuwa na amani. Na kama tunasunguka kila mwanasiasa na mbuyu wake, kila mwanasiasa na mbuyu wake, gawana huyu hana shares, huyu sijui nini, hapana. Na mimi nimewafuatilia hao ndugu zetu kwa sababu tumekuwa kwa bunge na wao. Wakitembea ukiwauliza shida yenu ni nini katika Kenya hii, one term. Ukiwauliza tena shida yenu ni nini, Kasongo. Ukiwauliza shida yenu ni nini, Ruto must go. Hiyo haiwezi kuwa ni sera.
Naguo mũingĩ kuma rũrĩrĩ-inĩ rwa Omogusi harĩa maikaraga gũkũ mũciĩ mũnene wa Nairobi nĩ matafanĩtie mũcemanio wa mwanya ĩrĩ ta njĩra ya kũnyitanĩra hamwe na kũmũrĩka mamwe ma mathĩna marĩa makoragwo magĩtũngana namo, makĩria rĩrĩa ũmwe wao anyitwo nĩ kaũndũ o gothe ga kĩmũciĩ. Makĩaria marĩ mwena wa Roysambu, aikari maugĩte bata mũnene wa kũnyitithania andũ nĩ mahote kũgĩa na arũgamĩrĩri ao thĩinĩ wa thirikari, kuona nĩ mabatie gũkorwo nao marũgamĩrĩirwo, kuona kwa ihinda rĩrĩ makoretwo matiganĩirio na kĩmwana-inĩ wake mũtongoria wa mũingĩ kuma mwena wa Roysambu James Mũnene wa Thuku, na ũrĩa ũranyitwo ũgeni mũcemanio-inĩ ũcio, augĩte harĩ bata wa andũ othe kũnyitana nĩguo makahotaga kũhũrana njeki.
Na ndacuthĩrĩria ngona nĩ maratuĩka andũ maratiganĩrio mũno, na tũgĩcira tukiuga nĩ tũgwĩtĩkĩra gũka hamwe to community ĩno ya Abagusi peke yake, tũrarehe andũ othe hamwe tondũ Abagusi welfare community nĩ aitũ nene, nĩ kũrehe andũ community ciothe hamwe nigetha tũhote kũruta wĩra na tũhote kwaria na mwario ũmwe under the umbrella ya Nairobi Abagusi welfare community. Na kĩndũ kĩrĩa ingĩenda gũcokia ngatho mũno nĩ tondũ andũ aya nĩ metĩkĩrire tũnyitane nigetha tũhote gũtwarithia Roysambu na mbere. Community citũ nĩ cikoretwo cigĩcaba mũno for a long time, na ngakena mũno tondũ at least ihinda-inĩ rĩrĩ ngĩtongoria ũhoro wa national forum tondũ wa dialogue ĩrĩa ĩkuo thĩinĩ wa bũrũri ũyũ, na especially thĩinĩ wa gĩikaro gĩkĩ kĩa Roysambu, andũ nĩ metĩkĩrĩte tukaranĩria.
Ile kitu naweza ambia watu wetu tukuje pamoja kwa sababu umoja ni nguvu. Umoja wetu utatusaidia tufike mahali tunaenda. Umoja wetu utatusaidia na sisi tuweze kupata haki yetu kutoka kwa wale viongozi ambao tunachagua, wengine wanaenda wanatusahau. Umoja wetu utamaliza umaskini. Umoja wetu utafanya watoto wetu wasome. Umoja wetu utafanya tupate maendeleo mahali tunakaa. Kwa sababu sisi ni wenyeji wa Nairobi, kura yetu tunapiga hapa. Wakati tunapiga kura yetu hapa, sisi kama Omo Gusii community, unaona hapa Nairobi County hatujapewa hata PS.
Na warimi ni moritio gwitikira kuhuthira ndawa cia kuhitana na tutabi iria ithondeketwo na njira ya teknolojia ya kiriu ari njira ya kung'ethania na mogaruruku ma riera na kurehe mogaruruku hari ndawa iria ikoretwo ikihuthika kwa ihinda iraya muno iria ithondeketwo na chemical. Ritana riri ikitio ni ataramu Professor Cecilia Mora kuma University ya Nairobi na Dagitari Alan Mweke kuma University ya MKU makiuga ati ikinya riu ni guteithĩrĩria arĩmi aria mahũthagĩra mbeca nyingĩ kũgũra ndawa cia chemical iria cirigagĩrĩria na gũthũkia maria matũrigicĩirie. Makiaria hĩndĩ ya kũheana mathomo kũrĩ arĩmi mwena wa Machakos, ataramu aya maugĩte atĩ ndawa iria ikoretwo igĩthondekwo na njĩra ya gĩsayansi ningĩ nĩ cirateithĩrĩria kuongerera umithio wa mĩmera hamwe rĩu gũtirĩ tũtambi tũrahota kũnina hinya wa mĩmera.
Kukusanyika hapa kukuja kusomesha wakulima vile wanaweza tumia madawa bandili badala ya kutumia yale madawa ambayo yanaathiri afya ya watu na pia na mazingira na pia mifugo.
We are trying to push to the farmers for adoption so that there are an alternative to the chemical pesticides. This project is a collaboration between University of Nairobi and Mount Kenya University and many other partners in the region.
Wakati nilikuwa natumia hizo madawa za kemikali nikinyunyuzia, hiyo mwili inawasha siku mzima, hata ukioga unasikia mwasho ya mwili. Hiyo ni chemoallergically. So kwa saa hii vile natumia dawa ya biological haina madhara yoyote kwa mwili wangu.
Gavana wa Isiolo Abdi Hassan Guyo ni areganite na thitango iria imung'etheire na iria ciatumire hagurwo kuma wabici na Guyo uria cira wake wa kuhagurwo wambiririe bunge-ini ya Senate ahagurirwo ni MCAs 16 gatagati ka 18. Thitango iria imung'etheire ni uhuthiri moru wa wabici, muthutukanio wa kinduriri, kurutagira wira kaunti-ini ya Nairobi gatagati ga thitango ingi.
Honorable Abdi Ibrahim Hassan, the Governor of Isiolo County, the charges against you as received from the County Assembly of Isiolo are as follows, and I quote: Ground 1, gross violation of the Constitution and other laws. 1. The Governor has grossly violated Section 30, subsection 2, paragraph K of the County Governments Act by failing to deliver an annual State of the County address for the 3 years that he has been in office. 2. The Governor has grossly violated Articles 201, paragraph D and paragraph E of the Constitution by employing a bloated workforce, including 36 advisors in the office of the Governor, 31 chief officers, yet the county has only 6 departments and 2 deputy county secretaries whose positions are not known to law. This has created an excessive wage bill that is 46% of the annual revenue allocation, far beyond the 35% limit set by Section 25, subsection 1, paragraph A and paragraph B of the Public Finance Management County Government Regulations 2015, and C, being continuously.
Na ripoti hiyo ya kuhagurwo kwa gavana wa Isiolo Abdi Hassan Guyo ririkana gikaro giki no kirathi na mbere bunge-ini ya Senate niguo akorwo gikiheo mweke wa gwitetera niyo igutukinyiria mwisho wa gikuju gitu kia mohoro gitau ngatho cia mwanya kuri othe makinyaniria wiroreri uyu na kuri we mwiroreri haria hothe watwirorera ni gia na muthenya mwega ni jitagwo Mwaura wa Ndungu na tuma na wambui wa mwangi thiini wa umemerekia na njira ya utauri ya na muthenya mwega.
Meme TV muthegi wa ruriri.
Kiumia giki tabarĩra-inĩ ya Kayũ ka mũrĩmi tũrarongoreria ũgethi wa maĩ kana water harvesting.
Maĩ nĩ mageraga na mabarabara kana makanyitwo nĩ mabati magaitĩka thĩ magathiĩ makora. Rĩu ũgethi wa maĩ tũgeragia kũnyita maĩ mau tũkũmahifadhi handũ ta ndemu-inĩ ta ĩno niguo mahote gũcoka gũtũmĩka. Ndemu ĩno nĩ ya lita 500,000. Ũguo ndemu ĩno tũngĩtua kuga in terms of volume nĩ matangi 50 marĩa manene tuga ma 10,000 liters.
Gũkũ kwarĩ kũndũ very dry, ona kũndũ ona shade gũtiakoragwo. Why here? Tondũ ũndũ ũmwe nĩ nyonete atĩrĩrĩ, gũkũ irio nĩ ithiaga na ihenya mũno. Ndingĩrĩra gũkorwo ndĩ gũkũ tondũ nĩ nyonete bata wa gũkorwo wĩna maĩ na gũkorwo rutarĩ twĩna ndamũteo. Mũrĩmi no ndĩmũrie eke research yake kwanja. Ũrĩmi nĩ ũndũ ũrĩ mbeca, wĩna mbeca andũ matige gwĩtĩkĩra ũrĩmi. Ũrĩmi ũkĩrĩte nginya sometimes kwandĩkwo wabici-inĩ.
Nyitanĩra na ithuĩ nĩgetha tũmenye kũgetha maĩ na to kũmenya kũmagetha nĩ kũmenya kũmahũthĩra na gwĩkĩra mbeca mĩhuko.
People Daily, Kenya's trusted newspaper, is making history as the first daily to go fully digital. By transitioning from print to the PD News app, we are delivering the same exceptional journalism you've relied on for years in a completely new way to experience it. It's news for today and the future. No paper, no waste. Just real-time updates and customizable stories. This is a leap towards innovation, sustainability, and a better experience for you, our reader. Download the PD app now on Play Store and App Store. People Daily. News that moves with you.